ladies and gentlemen. We've looked forward to this day for a long time now, and we've also fretted this day because Flight Simulator is here, and that means not only that we get to experience the entire world, but that a new generation of technology and games and all that comes with it is here, and that my computer, which is only 3 years old but is the best of the best, is now becoming outdated. I'm on ultra settings and I'm recording. Might be a little bit buggy here, but hopefully things work out. We are on the runway in Stockholm, an inner city airport, Bromma to be more precise, and we're about to take off. We're going to do a little bit of a tour of Stockholm, and then we are going to head to Arlanda, which is the main international airport in Stockholm. So parking brakes are set, lights are on, or rather parking brake is off, but everything seems to be ready to go. Let's power up. Let's see if my computer can both record and play this at the same time. See, so far the sensitivity of my joystick has kind of been a problem, but it requires quite a lot of trimming, and like the slightest move, I'm moving it about a millimeter right now, or maybe, yeah, half a centimeter, and I'm making all these jerks. It looks like turbulence. I don't understand why this thing is so low. It's always in my face. I don't want that in my face. I mean, it is so beautiful. What a time to be alive. I was hoping to get some software to actually track my head, or maybe get Tobii eye tracking device, something like that, so that I can actually move around my eyes in the cockpit more smoothly. But Stockholm is one of these cities where the AI thing has done a pretty decent job, but it's not, I mean, they haven't focused on, there hasn't been no manual sharpening of what it actually looks like, but compared to what it was in Flight Simulator X, this is just amazing. I think one of the few things they have done, though, that they had to do to explain, was the Ericsson globe here on our left that we're passing by right now. I mean, it's obviously like an egg shape, or not an egg shape, but a sphere. So, yeah, that's not. I imagine that must be quite difficult for it to understand, and the elevators are even there in the right place. Oh, look, there in the distance we actually have what's probably a Lufthansa plane passing by. I saw it before starting that there was going to be actual live traffic, and that live traffic right now is a Lufthansa plane landing in Stockholm Arlanda, so that's interesting. I love nighttime flying. Obviously it can be very beautiful to fly during the day, but I think dawn and twilight and then nighttime flying over cities is just, what an experience. I mean, this is totally worth it. So just in front of us, there's a little tower that we're flying straight towards now. That is actually a theme park, and for some reason it's interpreted it as a tower. I mean, there are towers there, free fall. So that's interesting. However, if we then fly over this field here, there is a tower, which is a communications tower that is very tall. I think it's the tallest building in Stockholm, and is not here at all. So it's interesting that this is the case. Anyway, let's check. Let's fly north as we were planning. This is the area of Stockholm. I mean, obviously Stockholm is such a small town. It's People who live in Stockholm and Sweden tend to think, oh, it's such a huge city, but it's tiny. But you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful city, and kind of like living here. With the Venice of the North. So, I'm actually hoping to do a lot of Flight Simulator content. If my PC can keep up the specs, you know, I'll probably have to upgrade over time and stuff, but the idea is to do quite a lot of airliner flights, and then maybe we can do a round the world trip together with the airliner. So we use airliners to get to places, and then we get our smaller planes and fly around, explore different areas of the world, and hopefully we can also eventually review different payware content and stuff. The only problem I have right now with Flight Simulator, it's not a problem, obviously it's literally just been released, is that the A320, which, I mean, it's the only Airbus that they've included, and I love Airbus, so I wish there had been more, but anyway, it's a little bit weird on landing. I've noticed that even, like, it will always kind of roll left, even though, like, there's no actual wind just before touchdown. It's rather strange. But it might also be, I have to change the sensitivity on my joystick, so there's that as well. Yeah, but the whole landing thing shouldn't be a problem if I plan my approaches and do ILS approaches. I think we should be fine. Handling the bigger airplanes has been, I mean, the 747, I haven't landed the Dreamliner yet, but they handle rather, the 747 is handling better than the A320, which is odd. So performance-wise, it's kind of interesting because my GPU is running at 100% all the time, even in the main menu. And I have a 1070 Ti, but the CPU, which is a Kaby Lake i7 700 or 7700K, it's running not always at 100, even though I only have 4 cores on it. I guess the whole I mean, the Flight Simulator only uses 4 cores apparently. It's not been optimized for any more, which is rather strange given that, you know, the graphics and what it's trying to calculate here. My RAM, though, I think tends to max out here. Well, not really. It really is just my GPU that maxes out, which is a good sign, you know. Not the GPU maxing out, but the fact that nothing else is maxing out. I was wondering, because upgrading to a 2080 Ti just doesn't feel, I don't feel like it's worth it. I've looked at frame rate comparisons. It's just the price point on that, personally, it doesn't feel worthwhile for getting, what, 5 to 10 extra frames per second. So maybe the solution would be to have a secondary GPU, but I don't know if, given that Microsoft Flight Simulator only runs on 4 cores on the CPU, right? I don't know that it could do 2 GPUs. Alright, that's the runway we're landing on. We're pretty close. So let's start descent here. I mean, we're gonna come in very high here. And fast. But this should be okay. We're still way too high. I don't know how much I'd expect us to... Whatever. It's a long runway for us. We're gonna be fine. Again, look at, like, obviously you can't see my joystick, but I'm doing quite extreme maneuvers here, or not extreme, I'm doing very, very gentle things, and the plane is overreacting. Alright, here we are. There we are. Nice and gentle.
Tower Scandinavian, 182412 miles east inbound ILS runway 26 approach.
Too low.
Scandinavian, 1824 Arlanda Tower. Cleared ILS runway 26 approach. Altimeter 29.67, wind 215 at 14.
Alright, cut power.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra turn, next taxiway.
I can't see anything. I mean, is this even a taxiway? Like, what is this? Surely this is like for emergency vehicles. This is the thing. There are no signs at these airports. Alright, time to shut down. Now, I don't really know how to properly shut down a Cessna, but I'm gonna just turn off the lights here. Wait. Oh, why was... Oh, the landing lights were also on. Whoops. Anyway. We shall... What do we do? Throttle 0, mixed control. I'm assuming... Okay, let's actually call ground services. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's just turn on... Oh wait, no. First this. Magnetos to off. Then alternator... Oh right, I forgot to turn off the floodlights before. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to doing more of these. I was just using this to test the frame rates and test if things work it out, and it looks like things might actually work out. Hopefully I have some head tracking for next time, and we'll be in an airliner or something of the sort. Do let me know down in the comments what kind of flights you want to see, and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching. This has been GameGabster. Hope to see you in the next one. Farewell.